Hello and welcome to my channel. This is about the Welsh language and how it's on the decline in Wales. And what I'm going to do in this video, if you've just come to this channel, please take the next 5-10 minutes to watch this video. I can't explain. If you've got any concerns about the Welsh language, watch this video, because what I'm going to be doing is interrogating the statistical data put out by the Senedd, by the Welsh Government, and comparing that to the Office of National Statistics data. And what I'm going to show to you is how the Welsh Senedd is misleading the Welsh population about the Welsh language, because the Welsh language is severely on the decline. It's not being treated with any respect by the Senedd, not being treated accordingly, and because of that, it's badly on the decline. And what we're going to look at is what I'm showing you here is two sets of data. Okay, we're going to look at some of the data from the Welsh Government website themselves, and I'll show you how that contradicts back to the Office of National Statistics data, that census data we do every 10 years, which is at the national level. The two contradict each other, right? And I'm holding the Senedd to account here for the failures in the Welsh language. So here we have the top level figure, which is the surveys done by the Welsh Government. These are the annual surveys where they say these are the number of Welsh speakers in Wales, right? As we can see, we've got it ranges from 834,000 to 900,000 over a period of 20 years. And here we have the Office of National Statistics census data, the one that's released every 10 years. And we can see that we have 582,000 Welsh speakers back in 2001, and that's decreased to 538. That's quite a significant decrease. Important to remember that the Senedd was formed, I believe, in 1999, and was supposed to put together a series of educational reforms to make Wales truly a bilingual nation, and yet this is the result. All right, but according to them, it's going in that direction. All right, and we're going to look at their data. This is the Welsh Government data, and we're going to look at the complete bull crap that it is. All right, because by telling people in the Welsh population, don't worry, the Welsh language is fine, it's on the up and up, right? But we know the truth, it's on the way down, okay? Because it's not being taught properly in schools. Now, let me explain, all right? So if we look at the Welsh population as a whole, we could see that there has been a big population increase over the last 20 years. We've had a period of increase. This is due to a multitude of reasons, okay? But we've got a population here in 2001, which is 2,910,232 people. And here in 2021, I'll take this because it's the census data and it's more accurate. We have 3,105,633. All right. So that is quite a significant increase over the past 20 years. Certainly an increase of close to 200,000 people. Now, if we look at the Welsh statistical data for people that can speak Welsh, here we go, Welsh speakers, and we've got three columns: the population of the county in Wales, of those aged 3 and over, we've got the number who can speak Welsh and the number who can't speak Welsh. Again, coming from the survey data, annual population survey, ability to speak Welsh. Let me tell you something. These surveys are bullcrap, because what they do is they say, do you know any Welsh words? Un tree, you can speak Welsh. Can you ask for beer in Welsh? Oh, you can speak Welsh. You know, and this is what they do, right? We know that's bullcrap. So if you look at some of this data, it's unbelievable, right? And you look at this, you will laugh. If you come from one of these counties, you will laugh at this data. So according to this data in 2023, if we look at Bridgend, again in South Wales, an anglicised part of Wales, according to this, almost 25% of the population can speak Welsh. Well, I know that's bullcrap. Bridgend's just down the road from me. That figure's more like 7-8%. If we look at, let's say, Cardiff, according to the Welsh Government, 26% of the population of Cardiff can speak Welsh, right? Now, when they say speak Welsh, really, we're talking about people that can hold their own in the conversation in Welsh, can speak the language fluently, right? But it's skewed data, right? So this is laughable. Again, we know that's not true. Just go to Cardiff. Yeah, you're not going to get 1 in 4 of the population being able to, speak, read, and write in Welsh. We look at Caerphilly, we got here 25% of the population can speak Welsh. Even Torfaen, which is where I'm from, 17%. Right? That's not the case. It's more like 5%, And to give you an example, in Monmouthshire and Gwent, the old Gwent, it was a very anglicised part of Wales for a period of time due to industrialisation. But when the Senedd started to supposedly do their language reforms, they couldn't get enough Welsh speakers into that part of Wales. So Gwent, for example, and the counties in Gwent lagged behind the rest of Wales by a good 10 years because they simply didn't have enough Welsh-speaking teachers. So to say that 1 in 5 of the population of Torfaen, for example, could speak Welsh is complete and utter nonsense. Again, 1 in 5 in the population of Newport. Anybody that's been to Newport knows it's a very anglicised city. But according to the Welsh government, 1 in 5 of the population can speak Welsh. This is, again, it's all coming from stats data government, so this is actually from the Welsh government. This is nonsense, right? And I'm just highlighting this. So let's look at Carmarthenshire, okay? So if we look at Carmarthenshire, right, it's saying here that 48%, almost 50% of the population over 3 can speak Welsh. But if we look at the Office of National Statistics data, it talks quite clearly, and the Office of National Statistics is separate to the Welsh Government. Yes, it's based in Wales, it's based outside of Newport, but it's a national institution, all right, that does statistical information across the United Kingdom. So it doesn't really have a bias. The Welsh Government, I believe, are trying to cover up their own failings by these stupid annual surveys. But the Office of National Statistics data shows you the failures and shows you the decline of the Welsh language. So here it tells us that the population of Welsh speakers in Carmarthenshire has fallen by 43.9% in 2011 to 39.9%. And it tells you this, right? And it, again, it talks about the decline, and it talks to you about how that information, it's going down. So even the number of people aged over 3 in the neighbouring counties, it's on the decline. Yet according to this, if we look at Carmarthenshire, it's on the up and up. Right? It's on the up and up. So how can the two be different? How can Office of National Statistics data say one thing and the Welsh Government say another thing? What I'm going to be doing, this is the first of 3 videos, right? This shows you, using statistical data, how the Welsh language is on the decline. And I'm going to summarize that in the next little thing I'm going to look at. But in the next 2 videos, we're going to talk about what is the Welsh Government doing incorrectly in the schools, because we have Welsh language schools and we have English language schools. Now, no children in Wales should come out of either institution speaking the other language incorrectly. They should be able to speak both languages at the point that they graduate. That's really critical. And I'm going to compare that in another video, my final video, which is how do we save the Welsh language? Well, we can do that through the medium of education, because you've always got to look at the children. You don't really look at the older generations. You've got to look at the generations coming through, and that's through the medium of education. And we're going to compare the Welsh education system with, let's say, Luxembourg or Belgium or Switzerland, which are truly bilingual nations, where the children come out of education speaking 3, 4, sometimes 5 languages. It's unbelievable, right? And I'll show you how that can be done, because at the end of the day, no child in Wales should come out of the education system not speaking Welsh. It's criminal if they do. It's a complete failure of our Welsh government. So if I look at this data and summarise to end the video, so let's look at this. So in 2001, population was 2,910,232. That's the overall population. The number of Welsh speakers was 582,400. 20% of the Welsh population could speak Welsh. We then look at 2011 census data. Population has increased now to and 63,758 people. And now the Welsh speakers have declined, 562,000, which now is 18% of the population, right? We look at the Welsh population. Again, this is all taken from statistical census data. 3,105,633. The number of Welsh speakers has declined to 538,300 people. This is 17% of the Welsh population. So to summarize, the Welsh population has increased. The number of Welsh speakers have decreased. This has led to a 3% decrease in the number of Welsh speakers overall. So I hope you've seen this, and I hope this starts to sink in, right? Because there is a correlation to an increase in population and a decrease in number of people that can speak Welsh. But let me be clear about this, right? This isn't a debate about immigration into Wales. It isn't, because let me explain. It's the failure of the Welsh government to not teach children the Welsh language through the educational systems, whether they be Welsh or English, in either language. That is the critical point, okay? So what I'm saying is, if you go to an English medium school, a child should have basic fluency levels in the Welsh language. They should be able to hold a conversation and be able to read and write in Welsh, all right? And if they're going to a Welsh medium education, they should be able to do the same in English, which most do. But it's the failure, certainly in the English medium education system, where the Welsh language isn't being taken seriously. We're going to look at that in the next couple of videos, and then I'll show you what I've put together, which is what I call the Zero Project, which I've taken actually from the Luxembourg education system. And I'm going to show you how I think by applying that, we can actually save the Welsh language. So if they want to get to this million Welsh speakers by 2050, they can do it. Because let me tell you something, they are misleading you when you look at the statistical data here. It's comical. Right, I'm going to end the video, and I will talk about this in a couple of new videos that I'll be putting up in the next week or two. Okay.